So, I've heard the argument and discussions about superhero TV shows, and are there too much? And pretty much, I'm going to give my opinion on that because I think I probably have a pretty generic opinion when it comes to it, but just hear me out what I think about this. So yeah, this video topic is obviously about, are there too many superhero shows? And to answer that question, kinda. It really depends on both sides of the spectrum. It looks like we will start with Marvel first. So, Marvel. We all know about Marvel. Right now, they have the most successful superhero movies out there. DC is catching up. Hopefully, Justice League is good. Fingers crossed. And shit. So, I don't know. I think Justice League is going to be a pretty fucking good. So, Marvel is doing much better on the movie market right now, and a lot of people like the movies. In fact, I just saw Thor Ragnarok a few weeks ago. Thor Ragnarok was fucking awesome. So yeah, they've been doing real well with that. But the TV show market, and here's how I'm going to break down the TV shows. So it's any TV. There's the Netflix TV shows, the ABC cable TV shows. There's like Hulu and Marvel shows now, and like a few other networks having shows, and I think that's probably the most oversaturated superhero shows because Marvel has superhero shows everywhere, and they're all supposed to be canon within the timeline, but they're really not that super canon. For example, Agents of Shield. Agents of Shield fucking sucks. I dropped the show after season 3, which surprisingly I made it that long. They made a villain in season 3. I already forgot his name. He's basically like the inhuman god of Hydra, the guy who started Hydra or some shit, who's like an inhuman, who's so powerful, which is kind of like, wait, hold on. If this guy started Hydra and he was so goddamn powerful as an inhuman, wouldn't the Avengers get involved instead of a bunch of bitch ass Shield agents who aren't even a part of Shield anymore? The show hasn't even been Shield in a long time, as far as I know. I heard they focused a lot on Ghost Rider stuff and LMD things. Actually, I lied to you guys. I did see some of the Ghost Rider stuff and Agent Shield before I dropped it. I think I saw like 1 or 2 episodes of season 4 before I just kind of dropped it. I thought the Ghost Rider stuff was kind of cool. You know, we get to see a canon Ghost Rider within the storyline of Agents of Shield. So now in the MCU we do have a Ghost Rider, although it looks like he's gonna be stuck in a shitty TV cable version, which is like damn. But you know, that stuff was all right. But I heard they focus on LMDs and such. But I don't know. It's like that show especially is feels kind of connected because Coulson, Agent Coulson, if you guys don't know, was killed in Avengers 1, and everyone thought he was dead. And it's almost like I see Agents of Shield as kind of, this doesn't really happen. None of this stuff really matters at all. You know, so I kind of say the Agents of Shield part of the site isn't canon for me because I guess it's head canon, but you know that the show kind of sucks, and it's been going on for a long time. They even had like a few spin-off shows too. Like I know they had Agent Carter show, which sucked. To be honest with you. So the ABC cable, I just think the ABC cable shows, they try to be dark and edgy and shit, which it just doesn't work out for cable TV. It's just awkward because they torture people on these shows and everything. It's like, okay, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to be edgy, or are you trying to be like a Marvel show? Some shit like that. So it's like, I don't know, these shows like that. And then they have a few upcoming shows which look trash, by the way. Like I heard they're doing a Cloak and Dagger and a Runaways. The both of those look pretty trash. I mean, the Runaways is kind of interesting. I was kind of surprised that they were gonna do a Runaways show, which is really, like, again, that was really kind of interesting. But what I saw from that trailer, it looks pretty shitty. You know, they don't show a lot of powers because, you know, all these shows kind of suck too, is because it's kind of like budget, and they oversaturate the market with so many Marvel shows, where it's like, yeah, Marvel shows, all because we all know Marvel's owned by Disney, so Disney's gonna put Marvel shows on all of their subsidiaries because ABC Family is subsidiary. Bleh, you know what I'm talking about. Is a subsidiary too. So they're gonna have that. So that's kind of interesting. And then I think Runaways is on Hulu, so they must own something with that. But anywho, I don't know. I just think for you know, if there's too many Marvel superhero shows, I definitely say they have the most oversaturated market because they're everywhere. In fact, there's even like the Gifted show, which I really haven't heard much about, and I don't know if I should check it out because what pissed me off about that show was kind of like, oh wait, hold on, so the Sentinels are just cops, pretty much. Cool, pass. Anywho, but yeah, and then and a big colossal failure, which I think Marvel's gonna have a big TV show crash on the cable side. I'm gonna get to the Netflix side in a minute, but with Inhumans, I know not a lot of people do this. You guys are probably gonna hate me for this, but I did see the Inhumans first two episodes in IMAX. And I don't really regret that much because, I actually thought it looked pretty damn good in IMAX. I don't know what kind of theater some people were going to where he said it looked like shit, but it didn't look like shit to one I went to because it looked pretty damn good. It looked like an IMAX movie and shit. The one I saw. I don't know. I could just be a fucking retard and I'm not nerdy enough to see the flaws or anything, but I don't know. I really liked it. It was pretty cool on that part. I mean, the story shit. I mean, seriously, they had all the characters using their powers at the beginning, and then they lose them all of a sudden, for budget constraints. And they cut off Medusa's hair. They got rid of Karnak's ability to, do his power and everything. He got like brain damage or some shit like that. And Gorgon, he can't use his hooves. I'm pretty sure I'm getting these characters mixed up, but you know what I mean. But it's well, they do shit like that, so no wonder that's getting pretty bad reviews. I have not seen the other episodes of the Inhumans. I probably won't. So yeah, that's pretty much most of the Marvel market, and I think it's definitely more cluttered over on the Marvel side. Now the Netflix TV shows for Marvel, those are probably the only shows you ever need to watch for on Marvel side because I love every one of those Marvel shows. I can get entertained for hours. Even Iron Fist, which was like the crappiest one, I guess. Or I wouldn't say it's crappy. It's it wasn't as good as the other ones, but I liked Iron Fist a lot. It was pretty damn good. And the Defenders was incredible. If you haven't seen the Defenders, well, first of all, you have to watch the other Netflix shows to know what's going on with the Defenders. But the Defenders, they did an incredible job with the Defenders, I think. So yeah, if you want to watch any Marvel TV shows, just watch the Netflix TV shows. But yeah, definitely on the Marvel side, it's more cluttered over there. So they definitely have too much Marvel shows, and most of them suck anyway. So Anyway, now let's get to the DC side. Even though I talked a shit ton about Marvel, there's not a lot I can say about the DC side because at least what they do on DC side is they have a lot of shows on with DC, and in fact, Black Lightning is coming out pretty soon. Although I'm probably not going to watch that because I haven't caught up with a lot of these shows either. I know I made videos on like Flash and Arrow, even though I haven't caught up completely on Flash. I think I'm like one or two episodes late. And Arrow, I've only seen the premiere of Arrow, the season 6 premiere of Arrow. And by the way, season 6 premiere of Arrow is pretty fucking cool. So I can't wait to see the rest of season 6. I think season 6 is going to be pretty damn good. But at least they combine all their shows onto the CW channel at least. So you can watch all the shows, and it's cool that they have crossovers, and most of their crossovers are pretty good. I think the one with the Dominators was pretty crappy, to be honest with you. I didn't like that one too much because it's kind of like that they literally just fought the aliens the entire time. They didn't have like a big villain, which is what they always have. I don't know. I guess it's just kind of like we want to make this like a good story or something, or I don't know what kind of excuse they would make, but That one wasn't very good, but at least what I can say on DC's side, they have a few shows out there, but at least most of them are joined in with on CW. Now they could oversaturate the market with their shows, because recently I don't know if I don't know if it's going to get made or if it's going to premiere anytime soon, but Krypton, which that sounds like a really shitty idea. It's Krypton's supposed to be about like Superman's grandpa, who's obviously supposed to be like fucking 25 or some shit like that, jacked as hell, and supposed to like fuck bitches all the time on the show or some shit like that. Where it's supposed to be like he's supposed to clear the L name, the House of L name, which is like whatever. And they're gonna have like Brainiac in there, who's supposed to be like a human, to save budget money, dumb shit like that for that show. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna make more shows after that, after Krypton. But they have like shows like Gotham, which I've been watching Gotham a lot. I've caught up on stuff from season 4. I really like season 4. I was worried that they were gonna fuck up Bruce Wayne as young Batman, and I don't know. I kind of like how they did young Batman in Gotham. They didn't make it, like he's an absolute badass, because he does have fight training from Alfred. That's one thing I forgot to mention. And, I don't know. I think he does do a pretty good job as is. So I've liked that part of the season. Otherwise, Gotham's gotten pretty corny in the past few years. I mean, they kind of fall on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. side, where it's like, trying to be edgy as fuck all the time for some reason, where it's like, I think Gotham's always had that problem though, so you can't really change it, but it's definitely got annoying as the seasons continue. But DC is good right now with the cluttering, but DC and Marvel do mix together with all their TV shows cluttered at once, and having way too many Marvel superhero TV shows. So I don't know. I think there are too many TV shows, but I think it really depends on which side, Marvel or DC, because obviously those are the shows everyone's watching if you're going to watch a superhero show. Or if you don't like any of those shows, watch the movies, because unfortunately DC doesn't have Netflix shows, and Netflix shows for Marvel are absolutely fucking amazing. So yeah, I kind of agree that the market's oversaturated with superhero shows. So thank you guys for watching this video a lot. So just to recap a little bit, Marvel has has the most oversaturation. I know I keep saying oversaturation a million times to annoy you guys the fuck out, but yes, I do agree that Marvel has oversaturated the TV show market and everything to make money, because that's what Disney's about. And I think DC could get there. And I never mentioned if all their shows are very good. Like, for example, Supergirl's trash, and Legend of Tomorrow is becoming trash. So, that's the one thing you can see there. But for now, it's kind of contained. I'm kind of glad they have a lot of the shows staying in one place. I think when people say, there's too many superhero shows, is when they're all over the place on different channels. It's hard for people to keep up with these shows, and they say that's too much, and I kind of agree with that. So please like and subscribe, guys. Check out this video, and share, I guess. Get the fuck out of here. See you guys later.